Hi everybody, this is Kirsten, and I was talking to my husband today because I was trying to think of like a cool Flosstube name, and I think we figured it out. I drink a lot of Dr. Pepper. So he was saying Soda Stitcher, or or I was thinking like Stitches, or Soda and Stitching, or Soda and Stitches, or right before I actually came up to record this, he came up with 23 flavors of stitching, because that's how many flavors are in Dr. Pepper. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Yeah, tell me what you think. Just because I think it would be fun to have a cool Flosstube name besides just my first and last name. But yeah, you can tell me what you think. Hopefully the lighting is a little better this time. I am stitching at 1 o'clock. I am filming this at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Before I do the rest of my homework for this weekend. I made it a goal to not have any homework to do on Sundays, so that's what I'm going to try to do. I didn't do a very good job at it yesterday, and I don't know if I mentioned this in my first one. I'm a senior, at my university, and so I have all upper level classes, so they're all a little harder. I decided to take kind of like a no-brainer elective. That way I could have a break. But for the most part, I have really hard classes left, and sometimes you just need a break. So I thought I would film before I start doing my homework, and then maybe when I start doing my homework I can be uploading it. This week, there wasn't a ton of stitching. There was quite a bit, but not a ton. My husband and I joined my in-laws, and we went to Lake Powell for Labor Day weekend. And we got back on Monday night, but there were 2 fires that we had to drive home through, and they're both about an hour away from where we live, and we were going 10 miles an hour on the freeway. Yeah, that was fun. And my husband drove all the way down to Lake Powell. It's about a 6-hour drive from where we live. My husband drove all the way down, so I got some stitching done on the drive down, and then I drove home. Well, for the most part, I drove home. I drove home until my husband's car started having issues, and then we switched once I changed the oil. So, don't say anything about the fact that I changed the oil. I drove a 1995 Toyota 4Runner, and since my sophomore year of high school, until my sophomore year of college, which I graduated from my community college in 2017, and it broke down on me more times than I can count, and so I got really good with engine stuff when it comes to cars. And then I bought a different car. I bought a Hyundai that was a hybrid that was having some engine troubles, and anyway, now I don't have a car that gives me engine troubles, but I'm really good and I stay very level-headed when a car has engine issues, just because of my 4Runner. We basically have, well, my dad and mom own it now, but while I was driving it, we replaced just about everything, even put a brand new engine in it. So anyway, I got off on a tangent, and I didn't think that would happen. So besides Lake Powell, I am teaching myself how to sew on a sewing machine. Because you know how in junior high and high school you can sign up for like sewing classes, cooking classes, clothing classes, you know, like stuff to teach you how to do those sorts of things. Well, in junior high, I never got picked to go into those classes. So besides my family and consumer sciences class, I didn't learn how to sew in middle school. Yeah, so I also didn't learn how to cook in middle school. I did, just not in a class. So I think part of that is why I don't enjoy cooking. Anyway, so I'm teaching myself how to sew. I got myself just a little beginner sewing machine off of Amazon. So it's not like the best of the best, but I didn't want to like pay a lot of money on a sewing machine if I'm not going to enjoy sewing. But it just, yeah, anyway, yes, that's what I did yesterday, and yesterday I fixed the seams on some of my towels, like our bath towels, because the seam was coming undone, and I fixed them. Anyway, I was really proud of myself. And then, like I mentioned with school, I only have, I think after this semester, I'll only have 20 credits until I graduate. Maybe less than that. I think I'll have less than that. Yeah. I think I'm going to try to graduate by next December. I don't know. There are a couple classes that I want to take. Like just those 2 classes in a semester. I don't know. I don't need to get into that though, because we're here for cross stitch, right? So, oh crap, and I left them over there. Okay, I'll be right back. Start with some previous finishes. They're not fully finished. I have a hard time finding the time to fully finish because when I am trying to decompress, I will stitch. I don't want to finish my stitching because finishing the stitching I feel like can be more stressful than like starting a new project, even though it took me a long time to start a couple of these. But I would rather stitch than finish for a couple of these. One of them, the frame broke, so that's not my fault. But here is one. Here we'll go in the order that I stitched them. So this one, it was a custom pattern off of Etsy, and I got it to do for our wedding. In May of 2019, and I didn't actually finish it in time for the wedding, but it was a monochromatic stitch, so just in black, and I decided to stitch it in gray and navy blue. Navy blue was one of our colors, so I did that, and it's just on 14 count Aida. I was wondering, has anyone else ever had this happen? So this is all used with the same, not the same strand of floss, but it was used from the same 6 strands, like one cut of 6 strands of DMC, and right here, sorry, I'm trying to do this. Right here, there's less coverage than right here, and I only used 2 strands. Has anyone else ever had that happen? I think that's part of the reason why I haven't hung it yet, is because I noticed that it looks weird. And yeah, I don't know. I still really like it. It reminds me of my wedding day, and it It makes me smile every time I look at it. I just need to find another frame for it because I was going to frame it in a square frame, and then the frame fell one day and broke. Next, I started these while I was in Virginia for spring break, and I finished them. This one I finished while I was in Virginia. I don't even remember what it's called. I can put it in the description box because I have a whole journal with what I've been stitching and the fabric and the color conversions that I used and everything. But I really liked it. I want to finish it and then like maybe put it on a basket or something for in the spring, but I really like it. It was really easy to finish. I think it took me, I don't know, everything shut down while I was in Virginia, and my parents live in a small town anyway, so they live on the outskirts of a small town. So basically the last week, I was there for about a week and a half, and for 2.5 days we were in DC. The other half of the day we were driving to where my parents live, and then from, I think it was Monday to Monday, I was inside stitching at my parents' house watching movies. I had a Harry Potter movie marathon at my parents' house while I was there for spring break. Really thrilling, huh? Anyway, so I think it took me like maybe a Harry Potter movie and a half. I don't know. It didn't take me very long. And then I started this one. This is Housework Never Killed Anyone by Lizzie Kate. And I definitely did a color conversion except for this last row, the Boat Wide Take a Chance. That one was the called for color. I really like it. I really like it a lot. And I can put all the details about it in the description box because I can't remember. But I really like it. I was really excited to stitch it, and my mom just like rolled her eyes when she saw that I was starting it. So that one I started in Virginia, and then this one I started last Thanksgiving, so Thanksgiving of 2019. Don't judge it. I know it's off. I think partly is how I glued it on. Anyway, so I started this Thanksgiving of 2019, and I have been working on it for a while. On my Instagram that you can find in the description box, I have a couple of other projects that have been given to people that are on there, so you can find them there. But I finished this, I want to say in July. I'll have to double check. Anyway, I think this was my first project I ever did on 18 count. And I think it's on 18 count Oatmeal. I'll have to double check. Anyway, this is Thanksgiving Day by Country Magic Stitches on Etsy. And I really like this one. I'm really excited to finish it completely for the month of November. I'm really excited for that. I really liked stitching this one. It took a while. I got really bored of these colors, so that's why I started like the smaller ones that I just showed you, because I got really bored of orange, and there were 4 different shades of orange, and I got really bored of orange and brown, and so I had to do something else with color, which is why I did that spring flowers one, because there was other colors in it, and yeah, anyway, I'm really glad that it's over, but I really got sick of the color palette. But it was a fun stitch. I really enjoyed it. I liked being able, I did it mostly one word at a time, but on the bigger letters, so I'll show you, on the bigger letters like give, I did one letter and then I did a letter somewhere else. So like I did the I, and then I think I did the G, and then I went over and tried to do autumn. And while I was finishing pumpkins down here, I was also in the middle of working on traditions. And so it was a good way to break up color because I really wanted to get it finished. But like I said, I got really sick of the color palette. So I'm really glad that it's done. Next, I will show you guys a new start that I had this week. And let me get I have my iPad right here so that I can show you like the cover so that you guys can see what it looks like finished. So let me, okay. So this is Which Better from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and it says, which better have my candy? Oh, ring light, hello. Here. There we go. Okay, so which better have my candy? That's what it's gonna look like when it's finished. And this is what I finished. So I wanted to do the outline of her hair. And I also did it, there's supposed to be one stitch over right here. And I didn't do that. To be honest, I wasn't looking at the pattern and I just did it, but I don't really mind. Yeah, I really like it. I feel like it's gonna be a pretty easy stitch, and it's Halloween, and I don't have a lot of Halloween stuff. My husband doesn't really love Halloween. To be honest, since growing up, I don't really like it either. I think mostly because like a lot of people like going to haunted houses, and I did that in high school with my volleyball team a couple times, and I don't like being scared. If I watch a scary movie, like, I want to have someone to cuddle with, and yeah, being scared isn't my favorite, so I don't really love Halloween. One of my favorite Halloween movies is Hocus Pocus, and my husband doesn't like Hocus Pocus, so yeah, anyway, there's that. But let's see, we can go into my WIPS now. So I'm not going to show you guys my Washington, D.C. because I didn't work on it this week. It's not one of the pieces that I chose to take with me to Lake Powell. My brother and sister-in-law find out the gender of their baby in just 2 weeks, and so I really wanted to get that mandrake pattern done for them, so I'm working on that and trying to get that finished because I think I want to finish it into a pillow so that it can go on like a rocker or something in my new niece or nephew's room, whichever they will be. So I'm not gonna show you guys my Washington, D.C. pattern because I didn't work on it, so I figure what's the point in showing it to you. So I didn't finish this thread, which is very unlike me because usually if I have a thread, a thread that's not finished. I want to finish it before I go to bed, which is what happened last night. So I didn't go to bed until really late last night. But I worked a little bit more on, it's called Garden Party by 2x2 Stitch Art on Etsy. It's going to be for my mom, and I worked a little bit more on that. This week I did these flowers over here, and then I started working on the ones that are going to be down a little bit. So that one's coming along nicely. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be done for her birthday unless I like stitch on this and only this. There's enough color changes that I don't think I'll get like too bored of it. But sometimes you just want to stitch on other things, you know? So we'll see when I get it finished. If I don't get it finished by my mom's birthday, which I think I was also going to turn this into a pillow. If I don't get it done by my mom's birthday, I have a backup plan for her birthday, but her birthday is in October 11th, so, yeah, so there's Garden Party. I was thinking I might work on it today. Reward myself with like 20 minutes of stitching in between each class that I get homework done, because that's a lot. I have one class that I have 4 assignments due tomorrow, and one of them I have to create a mock crime scene and take pictures of it. That's my easy elective. Yeah, that's my easy elective that I decided to take. But I have 4 assignments due for it tomorrow. So maybe if I finish making my mock crime scene, I can reward myself with stitching. Okay, and then my next WIP is the Sleeping Mandrake, which I showed you guys a little bit of it last time, but I worked on it a lot. Like, it's the piece that I worked on the drive down to Lake Powell, and I finished all the words, and then I started working on the mandrake, but I realized that I didn't have one of the colors that I wanted for it, or that was called for, and last night I decided to just completely change the browns, basically. So this is the cover picture for it. It's called Sleeping Mandrake, and it's just the cutest thing ever. I'm really excited to get it done. So last night I was working on it, and I had to move the hoop. So I thought that I would just stop and leave it out of the hoop for a night. That way you guys could look at it, and then probably just show you guys when it's going to be finished, hopefully. Hopefully I can get it done in a week. Anyway, so here it is. Please don't wake the mandrake. And I finished stitching the mandrake. I just have the pot to do, and then I have his eyes and nose, and then the Z's, and then the back stitching. And then I should be done. I'm so excited. It looks so good, and my dog is pawing at the door. Sorry if you can hear that. I don't know which dog. I don't know if it's my Bomsky or if it's the rescue. I don't know if I told you that we have a rescue. I have 2 dogs. I think I did tell you. So the rescue has been wanting to be by my side for the last couple days, and I think it's partly because we left to Lake Powell, and then we got home, and then the very next day I and spent the night at my sister's house so that I could watch my niece. And so like the first 2 days that we were home, I was gone because I was watching my niece, so I wasn't home. So I think he just misses me. And then the next pattern, I don't think I have a cover photo for it, but it's the, sorry. I am really sorry if that was loud. Okay, my next pattern is the Stitrovia Canada sampler. I originally saw this being done by Pam's Crafty Corner, which is why I wanted to do it. I don't think I told you guys that part in the last video. So here's what I have done. So if you remember, I didn't have any of the leaves on the tree or the maple leaf right here done last time. So I got those done, or got those started, and I finished the maple leaf, and I started working on the tree. So there's that, and I'm really liking how it's coming along. And I'm really excited. So that's it for my WIPS, actually, because that's all I worked on this week. I'm really excited. So as you guys can tell, that's an 18-inch quilter's hoop, and it's actually a really funny story. I got one on eBay because, let me back up. I wanted a quilter stand to go with that hoop, and they don't like really make them anymore that I saw at like Joann's and Michael's and stuff. So anyway, I went to eBay to try to find one, and I made a bid on one because it was a really good deal, and I was like, oh, someone will probably bid on it because there's 5 days left on the auction. So I was like, okay, someone will probably bid on it. So I'll go check to see if there's any other hoop on eBay, or any other hoop and stand on eBay for less money, the same amount. I found some that were for significantly less, and no one else bid on the original hoop that I bid on, so I bought that. And I thought that is a really good segue into my haul for the week. So it was my birthday on August 26th, and so I had some birthday money, and usually when I have birthday money, I will spend it on stitching stuff because no one really knows what to get me in regards to stitching stuff. And even if I were to tell them, oh, I want this pattern, and this is where to find it, I don't know if anyone would buy it. So I just leave the stitchy stuff for mostly when I have birthday money, and that is totally fine with me. I do not mind, I don't mind spending my birthday money on stitchy stuff because it's what I really want, and it's money that's not like coming out of our budget or anything. Sorry for the mess. That's where I keep my floss, right there, and it's right by my stitchy chair. So I thought I would show you some of the things that I got. So in my first video, I told you guys that I actually really like to stitch on Aida. I don't mind it. I feel like when I'm working on big pieces, the oils from my hands kind of soften it up, so I don't really mind stitching on it. So I went to Joann's, and I was looking I told you guys that I was going to start the Creatively Crafting Halloween sale, and I haven't started it yet because I wanted to wait for some fabric, and then I also wanted to get like some cool floss. So I ordered the fabric that I wanted to stitch it on. I ordered that from 123 Stitch. 123 Stitch is just 30 minutes away from me, I think. And because of COVID, there's not an option to pick up. But usually for like local stitchers, they have the option to pick up so you don't have to pay for shipping. Anyway, so I was waiting for my fabric to come from 123 Stitch. So I went to Joann's and I wanted to spend some of my birthday cash. And so I got 2 things of Charles Craft Aida. One is 16 count in natural, so it's just a little bit more creamy, and then one is Fiddler's Aida in 18 count light oatmeal. And I'm really excited. Really excited for them. Oh my gosh, I had another start and I totally forgot about it. I'll have to show you guys later. Okay, and then while I was at Joann's, I picked up a ton of floss. Like a ton. So I knew, so for my Stitchovia Canada sampler, I needed DMC 414. So I got that. I got 2 skeins of it, and then I got 3 skeins of B5200, just nice bright white, which I'm thinking now, oh, that's why. I wanted 3865, but they didn't have it. And then I got a color variation, an orange one. I thought that would be cute to do on a pumpkin for Halloween. And then I got, I don't know how to say it, étoile. I got the orange one. It's the 740 color. And then just got some standard oranges. And then I don't remember why I got this one, but I got this Coloris DMC. It's I used one of these on that Housework Never Killed Anyone. And then I got another color variation, which I thought would be cute to do on a pumpkin. It's a little bit more red. And then I got another étoile yellow, 972. So yeah, those are the threads that I got. And then also while I was at Joann's, I got these smaller Simplicity Vintage bags. I thought they would be cute for notions. So like putting scissors or threads. Ow. I thought they would be cute for that. So in one of them, they had 2 styles. I got one of each. In one of them, my husband has a cousin whose children are like his nieces, and I made one of them a cross stitch, and I decided to, I didn't know what the other one really liked, and then this last trip that they were here, I found out that she really liked dragons, and at Joann's they had my first cross stitch kits, anyway, of a dragon. I thought that was super cute. So I changed up the colors because she doesn't really like blue. So I switched up the colors to be pink and purple. So that's where I'm at on that. Anyway, I'm really excited for it. I hope she likes it. And then I'm just going to finish it in the tag, ornament, whatever that it comes with. I'm just going to finish it in that because I finished her sister's into an ornament. So, did that, and I will fix that later. And then, last but not least, it's not last or least, I got Cinnamon Stars by Plum Street Samplers. I think it's really cute, and I just really want to stitch it because I think it's cute and autumn-y, and yeah, so I wanted to stitch it. Finally had that extra something to pay for shipping and to buy the pattern. And then I am watching Country Stitchers Liz and Deb. I have been watching them. I found them recently and I started watching them from the beginning, and I really liked their pillows for In Autumn Leaves Fall, or it's just called Leaves Fall, but I really liked it, and so I wanted to stitch it. So I ordered that from 123 Stitch, and then I got my fabric from 123 Stitch too. So I think I want to stitch the Stitch Along, the Creatively Crafting Halloween Stitch Along. I think I want to stitch it on some of this 18 count opalescent Aida. So it has the sparkles in it, kind of. I think I want to stitch it on that. I think it would be really cute and just kind of different. And I had one piece of it. I don't think it's big enough. And I just wanted to have another piece because there are a couple things that I want to do on it. And then I also got 18 count Vintage Country Mocha. I really like the modeling on it. Here, we can open it a little bit. I don't usually go for hand dyeds, but I think it's really cute. I think it would look really good. I think even maybe, I don't know, it might be too dark for Cinnamon Stars. But I think a nice autumn pattern would look really cute on it. Sorry, my mom just sent me a text. I used to work in customer service for doTERRA Essential Oils. Their headquarters are in Utah, and I worked there for almost 3 years. And yeah, 2 years. Worked there for 2 years, and whenever someone has a question about oils, they ask me. I didn't really get big into the oils. I really like them. I like them for the smells. I didn't really get into them for anything else. But my dad was in a motorcycle accident in July of 2019, and one thing that really helped him get to sleep was lavender and frankincense. And so my mom has been asking me about some stuff to put in their diffuser that I gave them. Anyway, oh, I haven't opened it. Do you guys want to open it with me? My frame? I'm really sorry. My office craft room, storage room thing is a mess. I'm in the middle of a declutter. So, okay. I don't know if you guys are interested in watching this. If you don't want to watch me open my frame, you can click out now. But I'm really excited to open it because I really want to set it up today because I think I want to put Garden Party in an 18-inch hoop and then maybe just switch out the hoop that my Canada sampler's on and maybe just switch out those two because I don't work on them at the same time, obviously, so maybe I could just do that. They put a lot of tape on here. Okay. I'll clean up behind me for the next video. Don't even worry about it. Okay. I'm so excited! Oh my gosh! This is so exciting! Am I a nerd for liking a quilter's hoop when I'm not even a quilter? I will say, Deb from Country Stitchers was working on her, oh, I don't even remember what it's called, but it's ornaments. Ornaments all around? I don't know. She was working on it during Christmas of 2019, and she had hers on a quilter soup like this. And that was partly where I got my idea from, but I also knew that I wanted a stand anyway. But when I saw her stitching on it, I was like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't be the only person who stitches on a quilting stand. Anyway, I think I'm gonna finish opening this off camera and set it up and then get started on doing my homework. I hope I talked a little bit louder in this one. I hope the lighting was better. I like to think that I got out of my shell a little bit more in this video. I really enjoyed finding new floss tubes in the last couple weeks. And I'm really, even though I'm just starting to actively be a part of the Flosstube community, I'm really grateful for it. And I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.